All right, welcome everybody. Team training January 2nd, 2020, which is kind of crazy to say. That happened really fast. All of a sudden 20 years is gone. Remember Y2K and the whole world was going to collapse and fall apart, but here we are. So since we are just starting the new year off, we were kind of considering maybe moving this to next week, and I was like, you know what, we should do it. We're starting the new year off. Let's get it kicked off right. And so we have a celebration tonight for somebody that hit a huge accomplishment. So we're going to celebrate her, and she can probably offer us some tips because she's been on fire here through December. And December is typically sometimes, sorry, they're screaming in the background, can be a tough month, but I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say she rocked it. So we're going to go over that, and we're going to have Kate and Tammy come on and just have a couple tips to kind of help you get the new year kicked off right. And then I'm going to come in with just a couple ideas too. So that way we can kind of make 2020 the best year ever. And whatever you want to do with your coaching business this year, it obviously starts now, but this is really the time to do it. So Tammy, I'm going to have you go ahead and introduce our first amazing speaker.
So you want me to talk? You want Shelly to talk then me? Is what you're saying?
Well, I was going to have you introduce Shelly.
Okay.
And then you could talk afterwards.
We're super together. Okay, we're super together on this today. Hey! Okay, so, at the beginning of the month, you're off mute. So at the beginning of the month, we always like to talk about what our goals are for the month. And we set our own goals, and sometimes we set goals that might scare us a little bit, but let me tell you, it's so incredibly important, and I'll touch more on this in a little bit. But Shelly has had a goal on the top of her map that she turns in every single month for quite some time, and I just want to take a moment to freaking celebrate the heck out of Shelly for reaching FIBIC for her first month of qualifying. And if you don't know, it's something you do have to do 3 months in a row to be fully recognized, but no doubt she's going to do it. But so Shelly, if you can share some tips and maybe some things that might help out the rest of us, because you've been in some massive action and getting stuff done and all of that. So I'm gonna let you take it away. Freaking congrats, girl.
So I do these lives a lot, and my heart is pounding tonight, like I'm shaking. I'm still not really sure where it all came from, but I know that I ran with a pretty amazing coach who's on this training tonight. So, this is definitely not just about me. This is about the people that have trusted me on their journeys, and it's really about them. So I appreciate the hard work of every single coach that is on my team and doing their thing. Yeah, go Linda. So the first thing I wanted to touch on is some things that I find have been the most important to me, pushing me forward. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is trainings. Trainings have always been a key component in my week. I literally have them in a rotating calendar in my phone. It's a rock in my schedule. Listen to your mentorship. They're going to tell you from day one to rock in your schedule. So I just refuse to make any excuses about why I couldn't be on trainings. Now, I've missed a few here and there. Sometimes you're in an airplane and you have no Wi-Fi. What can you do, right? So, but my no excuse game is pretty strong. I have been on training on a cruise ship, in Cabo, in, many different locations. But trainings are key, and I don't know, I don't care if I'm driving or riding, or I've literally had people in my car with me who have been subjected to trainings, and and maybe they've become better people because of it. I'm not sure, but they've maybe even against their will, but it is what it is. So I've even been on trainings with Heather, driving to shop for convention clothes. We just figured out. Client support is huge, and it's something that I know that we all kind of have to grow into, and we feel lost for a little bit. So if you're struggling at all, please reach out to your mentorship. But celebrations are important. Coach explorers are important. Sharing their journey with them. Be willing to inconvenience yourself for the greater good. I mean, you know, who can say that they kicked off a coach or participated in a Zoom? I kicked off a coach from Cabo. You do what you have to do. You inconvenience yourself just a little bit just to make somebody feel important and to know that they have a place in your life and that you value their business just as much as they do. So I know it's not just about me all of the time, and I definitely want to transfer that skill to people as well. So that's a huge part of this, is just transferring that skill, transferring how important all of these aspects are to the next generation, because you know, you want them to be successful and you want them to kill their business too and meet all their goals and reach their dreams. So I mean, I have plenty of downtime. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to do all these things, all these rocks in my schedule, and inconvenience myself once in a while. But guys, I got tons of downtime too. So, you know, call your clients, don't text, integrate them, invite them to trainings. If they don't come, invite them again. Celebrate them. Triple dog dare them to post about their journey. Even if it's just on our community page and that's the first baby step that they make, I triple dog dared somebody today. Just do it. Just get out of your way. Just get them out there so they can celebrate and they can feel what it means to have all of these people back them in this amazing community. And, you know, for their coach to care enough about them that, you know, they want their journey to be shared with everybody. You know, get hyper on the phone. Be like Kate Van Heist and throw your arms up the air. And, you know, be like Tammy and get the high-pitched voice and get excited and, you know, just make them feel the excitement. Don't spit your water out, Tammy. But, you know, celebrate their victories and, you know, be that voice that they're looking for, that's helping them to celebrate each tiny little victory and, you know, that they're going through. And no matter how big or how small they are, just make them feel like they're the biggest thing in the whole dang world. Now bringing up coaching, now that's been something that we all struggle with. I know that we do. So I don't know if any of you are all sitting out there waiting for this like light switch to go off, right? You're all waiting for, what did I write down here? So if you're waiting for a light switch or a lightning bolt, stop. I kind of accidentally got bold, completely on accident. So everybody talks about that switch that flips, and I was literally waiting to see that it would flip, and like I was going to realize it or have this epiphany or I don't know, whatever it was. But it just I accidentally realized one day that I was bringing up coaching in every conversation that I was having, in every share call, in every person that I was interested in partnering with. It just kind of accidentally happened, just kind of like how sometimes my health journey just accidentally happens when I'm in conversation with just a normal person that I'm communicating with. So don't sit and think that you're waiting for some light switch to go off. One day you're going to sit back and realize, oh my gosh, it just kind of accidentally happened. I didn't realize that I was doing it. And you're going to get more bold with doing that. So be bold and know what the offering is and know the gift that we have to offer. It's not just this weight loss component that we have to offer, but there's so much more out there that we can offer people. So bring up coaching right from that very first share call, and just, you'll figure out how to fit it in naturally to every conversation. You know, and there's one thing too, above all, I want you guys to lean in and trust your mentorship team. So I'm going to be completely honest and transparent here. That's something that I've struggled with. And that's me. That's issues that I have had with trust. So until I heard something that Dan Valentine said to me one time, and said to all of us at one time, just trust them. Just trust that they're in this for you. They have the best intentions for you. And just be dumb enough, just be stupid enough to believe that what they tell you to do is going to work. Because you're going to do something, they're going to offer you a suggestion, and you're going to do it, and you're going to be like, holy cow, that did work. How did that work? And I want to bring up one other point, and this is going to be a little touchy point. So You will be misunderstood. Not everybody will root for you, but you know your truth. So I want you to speak boldly. I want you to share your journey out loud. I want you to celebrate others. And I want you to live in abundance, even when you don't feel like those around you are living in abundance. This is how it's going to attract the people that you want to partner with and that truly are looking for change. The people like me who were sitting back scrolling Facebook, looking for an answer for anything, something, anything. It didn't have to be a weight loss program, just something to change their life, to offer meaning. And at the end of the day, it's going to be about them and the offering that we have to give them and the full trilogy. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's why Shelly has grown into Vivek. And as we say, we don't meet a rank, we grow into a rank, and it often comes with a mindset. And most of the time, you realize that mindset shift before you actually see it in your business. So just because you have that shift from like, okay, like I'm going to go out there and share boldly about coaching and sponsoring. Like Shelly has sponsored a heck of a lot of coaches. Like she is out there putting the work and she's living out loud in her clients. And honestly, like absolutely amazing. So good job. Well deserved. So Jason, I don't know if I just totally like blocked you on that, but again, like, hey, so goal setting. So time of the year, we're on a brand new slate, 2020. Jason, I also had the same thought, like, holy cow, party like 1999 was 20 years ago. Yikes. So pretty scary. But so we often, when you come into a new time of year, we sit down and think about goals, right? Have you done that for yourself? Because goal setting is incredibly important. And if you're not setting goals, if you want to be successful, it's something you need to start to do right now. And set goals in your personal life, like maybe in your finances, in your business life, in your health, and some habits that you want to do. Write them out. Tell them to somebody, preferably like your coach. Is a great person to tell this to. In fact, I had this conversation with Kate yesterday because I was like, and actually if you read my Facebook post from yesterday, I publicly declared some goals out there because you're more likely to reach them if you publicly declare them, FYI. So like I have set some personal, like I'm gonna drink a lot of water every single day because if I don't think about it, I don't drink it. I can be a health coach for 3 years and I still have to think about my freaking water. This water bottle is amazing, by the way. Everyone should get one. And then be my friend on the app. It's the Hydrate Spark bottle. Best Christmas gift ever. Then I want to close my activity rings on my watch every single day. That means I want to get up and do something. I want to be active, right? I have some business goals that I want to do. I have some financial goals that I'm working on. Like all of these things, you have to create that tension, that structural tension. You have to pull the rubber band back a little bit to keep you moving forward because otherwise you will find yourself at the exact same spot you are at the end of the year. Another thing I'm working on, healthy mindset. And let me tell you, if anybody's going to fall below to a yucky mindset, that's my old self coming out. So I kind of recognized a spot that I was in maybe a couple weeks ago. Everyone has their moments, right? Like we're all not perfect. And kind of reached out to my mentorship team and said, oh guys, I need something. I'm looking for something. I'm having this moment. And you know, it's okay to have moments. It's okay to have those feelings. You just don't want to sit in them too long. So got to keep moving yourself forward. So I found I knew what I was looking for and I just went out and found some podcasts. I was just like subscribing to anything that I thought would maybe fit what I was looking for. And I found one that I absolutely love. It's called Mom is in Control. It is a business entrepreneur, kind of self-help-ish. kind of relate her a little bit to like a Megan Valentine, but she does throw some swear words and some F-bombs in there sometimes. So just be careful on maybe listening but she does a podcast Monday through Friday and then a Sunday prep, and they're short and sweet. They're anywhere from like 10 to like 20 minutes, unless if she's interviewing someone, then it's more like an hour. But they are so good. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about it, because it's all good to talk about. So I'll close out. So set some goals, freaking share them with someone, and go after them. I'm out.
Thank you, Tammy. That was great. And congratulations, Shelly. And I mean, Shelly just gave you the blueprint for a great coaching business. I mean, it's funny because we watch so many trainings and we do so many things, and it really is simple, but it's not always simple to get over your obstacles in yourself. And so that's what Shelly's been doing. And you know what, Shelly, you were saying like it happened by accident. It did not happen by accident. It happened by intention. You may not have known it, but you were being intentional with your time, getting on trainings. And then all of a sudden, right? We used to say this all the time. All of a sudden, like people just started signing up as clients. All of a sudden, people just started signing up as coaches. Well, all of a sudden, you just started offering it. But it was because you set the intention to take the time for trainings and plug all the way into it. So, and I know I've been an outsider to watch your journey, but it's been pretty amazing. So congratulations again. Okay, so then I would like to invite Kate Van Heist to come on, and she's going to share just some thoughts on some great ways to also start the year off.
I feel like I need to flail around because that's what I do.
Get those arms moving.
I can't help myself. I get excited. So because I get to say it too, Shelly, congratulations. There has been nothing more fun than to run with somebody that's ready to run. And I was looking through your thread real quick because you said something about mentorship earlier, and I was just like, oh, I want to read it. I can't find it. So just to kind of touch upon the different points that you guys have already heard tonight is Shelly started by saying, okay, well, you know, I worked with my mentorship team and I set some goals and I did whatever. And then I would ask for suggestions or they'd offer suggestion, and it was with my mentorship team. And then Tammy talked, just like, and then I went to my mentorship team and set out these goals. I just happen to be your coach, so I know all of these things. And I don't know if you catch the drift, but using your mentorship team is freaking key. We do talk about it a lot. And the people that are most successful in this are actually working side by side with their mentorship team. And Shelly said something about, I know I'm bugging you guys all the time. And then her mentorship team, I'm one of them, says, no, we're helping you reach those new things because we don't know what's happening in your life and in your business if you don't let us know. Yeah, we can see numbers, but we don't know what's happening in the conversation. And so really, honestly, truly, setting those new goals for 2020 is where it's at. We are the first couple of days of this month. Just to forewarn you, if you haven't been into your coaching thread, your mentorship team is actually going to be coming in and they're going to be inviting you to a session of 2020 planning. I know a lot of people have the hokey, you know, vision of 2020 and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm that hokey person. So setting up those visions and those goals, Tammy just talked about, if you haven't set a goal, how the heck do you know where you're going? So we are there to help you set that huge goal for 2020. And when I say huge goal, I just mean it's a year-long goal. So if it's just adding 5 clients over the year, okay, we will help you break that down into quarters, months, weeks, so that you really can just take a bite and figure out the way to get to where you want to be. Or you can be like Shelly and be like, I am going for the gold. I really want to be in this to win this and make this my life dream. Okay. And so guess what we do? We run right next to her. So Linda, shout out to you, by the way. Really, really funny because of course I'm watching in True Transformation, like, ooh, who's this Linda girl? And so of course I look to see, you know, where you belong. I'm like, that's Linda. And then you went running for the stars with an amazing coach, with an amazing mentorship team. And so congrats to you too, because as all of these little faces are, you know, Brady Bunch style on this screen, we don't do anything alone. Okay, you can't get any place fast in this process without going with your people. Okay, and we are our people. So be on the lookout in your mentorship thread. If you don't see something come through saying, hey, I'd love to invite you to a Zoom to plan, get into your mentorship thread and say, hi, I want to plan for 2020 and I'm ready to Zoom. Okay, because then your mentorship team is going to know that you're ready to run. And the louder you are, Shelly, in your honest to goodness, love how much she's in, like, every day, multiple times in the day. We know exactly what's going on, so we can help guide her where she needs to go. And look what's just happened, just how it works. So that's what we're going to be doing. Please take a little bit of time now that you've been on here and you've heard that this is going to be happening. Start thinking about those things that you do want to accomplish with your business. And as Tammy said, it's not just about your business. We are your health coach as well. And we know that health is all the aspects of your life. So personal health goals, your family goals, business goals. I don't care if you want to mow the lawn 6 times a week in the summer. Let's put it on your list and let's talk about it so that we can make that happen. And then any questions or anything before that happens, just get into your mentorship thread and say, how do I do this? If you've never done it before. Really, really super simple on that way. So Happy New Year, everybody. Something that I did call and ask all of my clients was, what was your favorite and most proud moment in your health in 2019? And so when you go into your coach thread, we would love to hear, what are you most proud of in 2019? It can be your personal health. It can be your business. It can be just life, that you're like, oh my gosh, I was a better mom in 2019. Awesome. Okay. And then start listing out the things that you want to work towards in 2020. So love y'all.
Kate, are you Zooming from a different room?
Dude, I finally think I got this. I got the X-Pods. I am now in my new office, which doesn't have the right furniture, but my pretty new fireplace wall's right in front of me. Yo, so
I was
good.
going to say, it looks different. Arms a flailing. And I love, Shelly, you called out the Tammy high-pitched voice. That is the best. So I actually don't have a ton to add. Yeah, I don't have a ton to add because you ladies rocked it. And I'm just going to do a couple practical things and just a couple ideas about, what do you want to do with this journey over the next year? So couple things. One, we have the 14-day shred group that we just started up. So we're going to close the group tomorrow and then officially start Saturday. So throw it on your page. You can go on to my page and just copy and paste what I wrote. I think Kate has something similar. I mean, probably most people, Tammy, I don't know if Shelly has it up too. Just go copy and paste, throw it out there, see if you invite some peeps. This is a great way to, one, your clients that you already have, integrate them even further. They're already in the True Transformation page. If they're not, add them in. But just a great way to, kind of just encompass them in health throughout this season. So go ahead and utilize that. I think there's about 130 people in there right now, but let's add some more. It's not too late. We'll get it started Saturday. And then, if you're in that group, let's be interactive. Like, be a part of the group. We are, Eileen and I are going to try to post in there, of course, or not try. We will be posting there, of course. But, we want to hear from you guys too, because you all have amazing tips and tricks and strategies that will help everybody in that group. And then also your clients and your future clients are going to see you in there as well. So please integrate in there with us. The other thing is Carol Hips came out with this little list, this little Google document of post ideas for the entire month of January. And it's genius. Like, it takes, if you're ever sitting there going, oh, what should I post? What should I do? What are my action steps? I have half an hour here. What should I do? And just get all caught up in that. It's perfect. Sorry, I was just reading what Tammy just messaged. Okay. Yes, I will cover that, Tammy. Good call. So use that Google Doc. It's in the Health Transformers information thread. I don't know if Tammy put it in her thread yet. It's on the Valentine page. So just search out for that. If you can't find it, ask your mentorship. They'll plug you in. But it is a great resource. One little nuance for the 14-day shred group, which we've had to cover this in the past, so we just want to cover it real quick. Just kind of some housekeeping things. Don't side message people that you did not invite. So that is just like the abundance mindset, right? You see somebody, they said, oh, I'm looking for something different. This isn't working. Sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes some coaches can be like, sharks in the water, like, oh, there's blood in the water. They need Optavia. Let's not be that person. So, say, hey, who invited you in the group? Go ahead and just put them there and say, if you know the person, say, hey, by the way, your client, a person you invited in the group, so-and-so just posted, you might want to follow up with them, whatever. But just don't do that. It's just, it's just icky thing. And it's not a good feeling for that person either, to have all of a sudden have like a pile of people jumping on them because they said they want to get healthy. So that's a great thing. And of course, offering tips, but don't feel like you have to friend everybody. Because remember, our friends list, we want to keep it for the people that we are going to be able to work with. And we're friending everybody else's friends that they're already building a relationship with. Well, that's kind of like stepping on each other's toes. So we're not going to do that. All right, moving on from that. This is the perfect time, though, to think about what is 2020 going to look like for you. And then, like Kate and Tammy were saying, like, put out those goals. But guys, we are 2 days in, right? We have 363 days to create something pretty amazing. 365 or whatever, however many days. 363 and 2/3. So we have an amazing opportunity to create whatever you want with coaching this year. And again, if your desire is not a big, giant coaching business, that is okay. But what is it for you? What is it that you would like to see by the end of 2020? Because otherwise, without mapping out your goals, without creating some vision, there's nothing that's going to pull you. And what's going to happen is all of a sudden, you're going to be like, why am I even doing this? What's the point? What's the point of me taking some time away from my family now and then? It has to be that bigger goal that is like so desirable that you are just like, okay, you know what? My favorite show's on right now, but I'm going to go make some calls. I'm going to go make some client calls. I'm going to make some follow-ups because this is so important to me that it's going to keep pulling me towards that. And I know it's kind of a repeat, but if you aren't making that and you aren't moving towards something, this can get really monotonous, and it can just be an extra thing to do. And we never want coaching to be an extra thing to do. We want this to be something that is blessing other people, but blessing you at the same time. I actually lost a friend today. I found out this morning, and I have to tell you, like, we have so many people out there that need what we have. That, like, he never did Optavia. There's a bunch of backstory. And when I got the call this morning, it wasn't surprising. It was a punch in the gut, but it wasn't surprising. So there's so many people out there that need what we have because they aren't living their best days. And maybe we don't have that many days left. Why not help somebody live their best days? The rest of their life, as long as that lifespan is. And that's what we're doing here. So just remember the greater good. It's not about signing up clients. It's not about just, getting people. Like, we are trying to help people lead and live the best life they possibly can. And I don't know a better way besides Optavia. I really don't. I had somebody reach out the other day and they were like, I don't know what to do. I'm struggling. I'm like, listen, this is what I have for you, but you have to decide if it's the right fit. So we just got to give the gift out and got to make those goals. And your goals are important. Your goals are not selfish, because every one of your goals that you achieve, that means there's people getting healthy physically, financially, and there's people living a better life because of you offering the gift. I know Shelly said, sometimes like people are going to think you're weird, or people are going to kind of give you shade. It doesn't matter. If your heart's in the right place and you know why you're doing this, Doesn't matter what anybody says, because that cannot stop you. Like, you're like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I know why I'm doing this. I know that I'm doing it for someone to be able to play longer with their kids, for somebody to be able to travel more, for somebody to be able to pay their electric bill and not be stressed at the end of the month. If you're coming from that place, then it doesn't matter what anybody says. So that's it, guys. Let's rock 2020. Like, this is a brand new blank canvas, and we can paint the most amazing picture, whatever it is that you want out of it. All right, guys. Have a great night. See ya.